Hey friends, this is Fork in New York. Welcome back to the channel. I'm admittedly a little bit late to the whole quarantine beard party. A lot of people are starting to head back to work, which is a good thing. But for those of us who are working from home, if you've ever wanted to grow a beard but you were a little self-conscious about it, this is a really good time to try growing your beard for the first time. Or for the 7th time. I don't know your life. Now, those of you who have been following the channel for a long time know that one of my things is my beard was never really very thick. I was always a little bit self-conscious about it when I was younger. When was that? 7, 8 years ago? I'm not young anymore. Oh, everything hurts. Everything hurts when you get older. And you don't know why, but it does. And then it stops hurting. And you think, was I dying? I guess I'm fine now. I guess we'll just go on. When I first started growing my beard and sharing the whole journey there on Facebook, what are we on? When I first started growing my beard and started sharing my journey on YouTube, did I just call it a journey? When I first started growing my beard and started sharing about that process on YouTube, nailed it. When I first started growing my beard, one of my main focuses was, what am I going to do about the sides? Because I've got a lot of thickness up front, but I don't have as much on the sides. So what can I do? Can I even grow a beard? Is it going to look terrible? But now, as I've gotten older, it's filled in quite a bit more. Still not one of those enviable guys who can sneeze and then immediately has to go shave because they just grew 3 days worth of beard growth on their face. But part of this whole process is learning that your beard is your beard, and it's going to have its own unique strengths and its own unique challenges and or weaknesses. And that's something that you just kind of have to come to accept. Learn to love the bruv. No. So in this video, I want to offer some advice to guys who are growing their beard maybe for the first time because of this whole quarantine situation, and also share with you some of the things that I'm currently doing with my own beard as it's getting longer. The first thing I'm going to suggest is go ahead and watch my old beard tips and advice video. That's the classic. That's the ye old Fork in New York, when I was still actually living in New York. I don't live there anymore. I'll post a link to the video in the description down there. In that video, I cover a lot of things for you to keep in mind as you're growing your beard out for the first time. And honestly, one of the reasons why I stopped uploading quite as often is because a beard is a beard, and beards have been beards for thousands of years. It's not like there's a whole lot of new stuff coming out about that. It's not like they just release an update on beards, like we should be on update 6.7 right now, right? So even though that video is a little bit on the older side, it still applies. The next bit of advice I want to give to new beard growers is the 3-6-9 rule. And what this is a way for you to give yourself sort of some guidelines so that you stop obsessing quite so much about your beard. You are going to be the most critical person about your beard. Every little flaw, every little hair that you trim incorrectly, you're going to think that it looks so much worse than it actually does. But most people are out wearing masks anyway, so that's why this is even more perfect. So with the 3-6-9 rule, what that means is you don't really pay too much attention to your beard until week 3. Then you check in again at week 6, and then finally you check in at week 9. And by the end of 9 weeks, you should have a much better idea of what your beard is actually capable of. A lot of people think that after a week you should have a full beard. That's not how it works. It usually takes quite a bit of time to really grow a full beard. Especially if you have a beard that's a little patchier or a little thinner, what will happen is the more time you give it, the smaller those little patchy spots are going to get. The more your beard is going to fill in. So I'd recommend you try that yourself. Do a 3-6-9 update of some kind, whether you take pictures or whether you do a video. That way you can start to gauge your own progress with your beard and probably build up some confidence along the way. So now on to what I'm currently doing with my beard. My beard. Oh, This beard. Number one, and this is probably the most important thing that I've learned, but the number one thing that I'm doing is I'm rinsing my beard in cold water every day. I know. You just hear me out. I have very sensitive skin. I've got very dry skin. I love hot showers. I love scalding hot showers and just standing in the shower and letting my troubles melt away as the rest of me melts away because the water is so hot. And I found that if I would take a shower and rinse my beard in the same scalding hot water that I love to rinse the rest of myself in, I would get really itchy. It would feel fine at first, but then an hour or two later, I would notice that my beard would get really itchy. It's the skin underneath that's drying out. And then I would have all kinds of beard dandruff on my chest, and it just wasn't a good time. So if you're gonna take a really hot shower, that's still okay, but don't rinse your beard in that same hot water. In the last few minutes or so of your shower, see if you can turn the knob over to cold as you can stand. Or even just get out of the shower and dunk your head, or turn the faucet. Also, new guys, don't use shampoo on your beard. Ever. Your skin on your face is not the same as your skin on your scalp. It doesn't secrete the same kinds of oils. The other thing that I'm currently doing is I'm really mostly focusing on just keeping my mustache trimmed. I haven't done it in a while because I keep thinking I'm going to do another mustache trimming update video. But I really need to. Look, it's kind of a mess, isn't it? I've still got these bad boys. They're still really sharp. Ow. And also this came with a little mustache comb, which I don't really use very much. There's a whole science to growing out your mustache if you want to do one of those handlebars, but I'm not going to get into that right now. The other thing that I've been doing recently that I just did a video on is I'm using a beard tool. You can find these on Amazon. They're really cheap, and they come in all different shapes. This is like the basic shape. It doesn't do as much as one of the more dodecahedron-y beard tools. But what you can do with it is, so you've got these little spots that start to kind of creep up to your eyes, like beard eyes. You use this as a guide so that if I just put this here, I can use my electric razor, really easy, and just go zhik. I can also use this to take care of the hair that's on my neck beard. So a beard tool, if you don't have one, I really encourage you get one of these. And then finally, I will do usually maybe every week or so a trim with some scissors, and you can check out my old trimming videos about that. But I love this beard comb, really love this beard comb. Beard products are much easier to find. You can find them at Walgreens now because beards have kind of come back in style because of craft beer. So you should be able to find a quality beard comb just at your local pharmacy. And when it comes to trimming, since I'm growing my beard out, all I'm really focusing on are the stray hairs that maybe are growing a little faster than the others. Shh, pro tip, your follicles don't all work at the same rate. Some follicles are really excited and they're going, yeah, and you've got one long mutant hair, and then the others are like, okay, Clyde, calm down. And so that's the purpose of trimming, just to kind of neaten it up. And depending on how you trim, you can make your face look longer, you can make your face look rounder. Right now my face looks rounder because I'm getting ready to do the new weight loss series. That's a joke. And if you're trimming your beard for the first time, I strongly recommend that you look on YouTube. You can look on my channel, you can look on other channels to find guides for how to properly trim your beard. You may think to yourself, oh, let's trim my beard, and you're gonna take off way too much. Even just a tiny bit, just like that. You really don't need to take very much off for it to start looking really different. Another thing that I'm doing, but I'm not doing quite as much since I started taking the cold showers, I don't need it as much, is putting beard product in my beard. This includes beard oil and beard balm, both of which you can also find at your local pharmacy in the men's grooming department for when you want to groom. So yeah, guys, those are some quarantine beard growing tips. If you have any quarantine beard questions, or if you've come up with any tips of your own, please share. Share down here. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video. And just remember, when you have a beard, you're ready for anything.